You're listening to WBH Radio. I'm your host, William Holly. Thank you for tuning in to episode number 47. We just wrapped up the Thanksgiving holiday. Hope everybody had a good time. Everybody staying safe. Took some time out to give thanks. Just sending a salute to everybody. But today we got some boxing to discuss. And I brought some help along. I don't know if you guys remember, but a few years ago I did a podcast with a family friend, a young boxer by the name of Cesar Francis. I went to the gym just to check out his day-to-day operation, and I soon learned that he was just the latest, the baby, coming from a long lineage of great Panamanian boxing professionals. And today I have with me one of those gentlemen, his cousin, trainer, proud member of the Guzman Boxing Academy, Francisco Guzman Jr., a.k.a. Chico. Chico!
Yo. How's everybody out there, man?
What's good, brother? How you feeling?
Thank you for having me on your show, Will, man.
I'm excited to have you, man. We had some hurdles, but we here.
Thanks God, man. We know with all this thing that's going on in the air, man, just want to say a prayers to everybody out there, to everybody that lost family members, man. Our prayers go out to you. We will beat this pandemic with by God's grace, we all going to be okay, man.
We going to be all right, man.
We just got to believe and have faith in God that this will go away. And we just got to continue to have faith and walk with faith, you know what I'm saying?
For sure. Chico, I've been trying to get you on for some time, but I ain't want to waste your time for no BS.
Nah, don't say that, man. You family, so anytime you need me, bro, whatever time, I'm here, man.
Got you. Let me ask you, would it be out of bounds if I said, like, yo, you really do this boxing, like this is life for you?
It's not a job to me. Job is when you wake up and you gotta, and you tired doing the same thing.
Right.
I love the gym, bro.
Word.
I thank my father for bringing me up in them upbringings. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. So how did you get turned on to the sport?
Because my dad Francisco Guzman Sr, man, coming out of Panama. If anybody knows, come from Panama and come from those places back in the days when I was a little kid, to make money in boxing, it's not like in America,
right?
Where you could train people and make money.
Right.
Down there, it's really serious. If you do it to train boxers, to get them to the type of level you want to get them to professionally, to make some money, to fly out to different countries. And he was doing that before I could have been like 7 to 6 years old. My father was coming to America, different places to fight with his fighters that he had in Panama. My dad was 2-time trainers at Panama. One time without living in Panama in 2002.
2-time trainer of the year for Panama.
And one of those years he wasn't even living in Panama. He was 2002. He was living in America.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so his fighter was fighter of the year in Panama too, Mauricio Martinez, that same year.
Okay.
Because they became world champion.
Got you. So you was born into this.
I was born into this, man. Sometimes how you say you are lucky for what you have.
Right.
Sometimes I tell God, I said, thank you. I couldn't have it a better way.
Right.
I don't care how the struggle we going through and everything, because at the end of the day, man, life is beautiful, bro.
Right.
So whatever struggle you go through, remember, when it's good days, we have fun.
Right.
When it's bad days, just remember good days are right behind them.
I love that.
So they're never going to be bad days forever.
I love that, man. Send a shout out to Pops, man. Francisco Guzman.
Yo, man, my Pops, man. Love him to death, man. Tomorrow he turns 66. The old man is a Bible of boxing, man. I just appreciate sometimes just picking his brain, just sitting down talking about boxing, bro. And the Bible comes out, and he teaches boxing so simple,
right,
but so good that sometimes I feel like he was cheated, because if he was born in different circumstances, he was born in America, not in Panama,
right,
which we're not going to take that away, because I love my country,
right,
and I love where we come from and how we came to America and stuff like that. But the man don't work, man. The man put some work in, man.
The man put some work in, and I could attest to that, because like I said, I went to the gym just messing with Cesar, and here I am. I think, he got his cousin helping him out. He got his uncle helping him out. But Brooklyn legend Zab Judah walked in the gym And when he saw your pops, he was giving all the praise. Like, yo, Theo Gio, what's good? I'm like, yo, that's Brooklyn legend Zab. And he knows Cesar uncle and his cousin. Like, yo, they must have really put work in these streets.
Nah, Zab Judah, man, Joel Judah, his dad. These guys, I came up watching them as what you call as a kid.
Where at?
In Gleason's gym.
In downtown Brooklyn.
My dad had 3 world champions that time. Agapito Sanchez, rest his soul, from Santo Domingo, 122 pounds.
Right.
Mauricio Martinez, Ñaña, that from Panama, 118 pounds. And he had Kevin Guardia, 105 pounds from Colombia. And these guys was working around Gleason's. And I used to be like...
All trained by your dad?
All trained by my dad. I used to be like, damn. This man got 3 world championship. And nobody knows his name, but his peers do know him.
Right.
And they respect him. And sometimes that's better than everything, man.
Right.
Because if your peers respect you and they know who you are, it's good enough, man.
That's good enough. Well, Cheeks, I brought you on, man, because I needed some help regarding Saturday night. We had Iron Mike Tyson taking on Roy Jones. Now, it might have been a couple years too late, but we finally got it. But before we get into what took place in the boxing ring, Cheeks, take me back a few months ago when we first learned this was about to take place. What was your initial reaction? Here you got Iron Mike, Roy Jones. They 50 years old. What was your take?
Well, at the end of the day, man, they're 2 legends, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we respect them for what they did. I love Mike Tyson and I love Holyfield. Roy Jones. And Roy Jones, skillful, Mike Tyson, man, you know what I'm saying? So I was just worried that none of these guys get hurt.
You didn't want them to get hurt?
Get hurt because at the end of the day, they done gave too much to the sport for us to see them get hurt in the ring and stuff. I'm happy for the outcome, the way it was. It was a good show. We enjoyed it. We got to see Mike Tyson again in the ring, Roy Jones. These 2 guys did they part. And if they was trying to hurt each other and stuff, it's boxing. But I was glad that nothing happened and the fight went the way it went. A lot of people ask me, who you think won, who did that? I don't care who won. Right. I'm just glad that it was a good show and they both got to get out that ring the same way they walked in.
As far as your expectations, man, like what were you expecting going in, and what did you see from a skill level? Well,
you could see that if these guys was, let's say,
because Mike looked like he had some power.
No, Mike, that you see that's like riding a bicycle.
Mm-hmm.
You don't ride a bicycle in 10 years, but when you see it, you know how to ride a bicycle. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he did all his life.
Right.
That's boxing. He's boxing. Roy Jones too. At one point, Roy Jones reminded himself that he was a flashy one.
Yeah.
With all the movements he was doing.
Right.
And then Mike Tyson reminded himself, I'm Tyson. I'm the guy that pressure you with the body movements, and try to hit you with the best shots.
Right.
And we saw that. My expectation was just have a good show, man, because at the end of the day, it was a charity event, 2 legends. We don't want to see them hurt, man. We already see that this game is hurtful enough, man.
Right.
We lost a few fighters last year, and it hurts because if you're in this sport, every time they step inside the ring,
there's a chance
that something could happen to you or to the opponent. That's why I pray for both of the fighters. I pray for my cousin and I pray for his opponent, and I'm always sure that we both come out the ring. No matter if we win by knockout, I make sure the other opponent is okay and everything, because this is a fraternity, man. To me, man, this is we all in the same sport, looking for the same goals: become champions, feed our families. Some of these guys, this is the only thing they have, man.
That's the only thing they have. Chief, let me ask you, for those of us who are just maybe casual fans, we know Iron Mike as a mauler, who's somebody that's going to come after his opponent. Were we, I guess, disrespectful to Roy Jones? Did you think that he wasn't going to be able to handle himself? Like, we treating Roy like he's not a world champion.
It's because what Mike have done in his career and what Roy Jones has done in his career, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Mike Tyson got the power, like everybody said, the one is a quitter, and if he catch you the right way, you go down. And as a boxing person, man, that loved this sport, I was worried when the fight got put together.
Worried for who?
For both of them, but more in the side of what could happen.
Right.
Because if one knocks out the other one looks bad.
Right.
If the other one knocks out the other one looks bad.
Yes.
So if Roy Jones knocks out Tyson, there go the people that love Tyson. Tyson was old.
Right.
He's not the same. But Tyson would have knocked out Roy Jones. Yeah, we told you Tyson's the man.
Right.
But that's what everybody does. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to pick a side and stuff like that. I didn't pick no side, man. I was happy that the outcome was the outcome. We got to see them through the. Do I want to see it again? No. They did what they had to do, man. They already gave enough to this boxing thing, man. Leave this sport alone. It's a young man's sport, man.
As a trainer, what is the preparation like for somebody at 50 years old? How would you have changed the training at all? What type of routine would you have put him through? Would it be the same that Mike went through 20 years ago, the same that Roy went through 20 years ago or 15 years ago?
No, because they body done took a lot of mileage. You know, like any car, like as enough mileage, you can't drive it from here to Texas.
Right.
Because now you got to be careful if it stops because it has too much mileage in it. Now you got to switch it around.
Right.
You got to have some type of imagination now.
Yes.
Little jogging, little swimming, less gym, more of the condition part to get them right, physically right. Maybe the last month before the fight, we do boxing, we get in the ring, a couple of sparring with guys that are younger than them, faster than them, that they have to work a little more just to keep that shape.
Yes.
I'm not looking for them to beat up these young guys because these young guys are young and they flashy and they faster. I'm just looking for them to get that condition so we can get the show that we got. They both go in, no one gets hurt.
Right. Now, Cheeks, I know you are a historian, man. You studied the game. You seen it firsthand as a youngster. I know you on YouTube watching old fights. If this bout took place in its prime, with both boxers in their prime, Roy Jones, Iron Mike Tyson, how would that have gone?
Not to disrespect nobody, because I love both of these guys, and you know, as a boxing, as me being in boxing, as a trainer, as a student, as a teacher or anything, I'd have picked Mike.
Why is that?
Because Mike is a natural heavyweight.
Okay.
Mike so he carries the natural punch at heavyweight.
Okay.
Roy Jones coming from 168, 160.
Yes.
So he's moving up.
Okay.
Is he gonna carry his power up there? I don't think so.
Yo, Cheeks, I was thinking that too, because you know everybody was like, yo, it's Iron Mike. Iron Mike's a gorilla. Iron Mike's a gorilla. But yo, Cheeks, for 10 years, nobody could hit Roy Jones.
No, at all. Roy Jones is the man.
This is what I'm thinking. Again, this is my elementary knowledge of the game. I seen Mike Tyson get hurt in his prime.
But by who? By heavyweights.
Right, but he got hurt by heavyweights. But Mike was kind of the small guy, the quick guy in the heavyweight division. So he was going at these big lugs who weren't used to moving, and Mike could really put a hurting on him. But with Roy Jones being the smaller guy, the more agile guy, the quicker guy, I felt that he could pop Mike and get out of his way. I liken it to this bout that we saw recently. Everybody said Pac-Man, Manny Pacquiao was going to just maul Mayweather, but he couldn't hit him.
Yeah, because, you know, styles makes fight, right?
Yes.
You're talking about two guys that was equally in weight, right?
Who? Which two guys?
Mayweather and Pacquiao, right?
Okay.
For example, Mayweather was, if he started, I think, at 130, 126. 126, 130, 35, 40, 47, and even 54, right? But Pacquiao started from 105, 108, whatever,
Right.
112, to all the way to 147. He's the smallest guy next to Mayweather.
Right.
And we ever see Mayweather got knocked out before?
No.
So that could tell you all. You seen Pacquiao get knocked out.
Right.
You seen Pacquiao lose.
Right.
so he could lose again. That's the motto in boxing.
Okay.
And Mayweather knew that. You ain't me. You ain't never fought me.
Right.
Mayweather just needed his timing.
Okay.
One Mayweather caught his timing, Pacquiao was done.
So I feel like that's my point. Like
but-
Roy Jones wouldn't have got hit by Mike.
But you see that Mayweather got hit with a punch, and everybody screamed. And because Mayweather took the punch, and I don't think Roy Jones could have took that punch that Mike Tyson was doing back in the days, bro. You remember back in the days when Mike Tyson was fighting, you went to the bathroom, you came back.
It was over.
You
But
watched it and rewind.
Yo, Cheeks, Roy Jones was putting his hand behind his back.
But that's at 168, 160, brother. Every time he moved up, he stopped that shit. Yeah, he knew he was playing with bigger boys up there.
Right.
Now you could be flashy, but can you move as quick as when you was in 168?
Right.
You see, he moved up with the time.
Okay.
He was getting older. So if he would have started at heavyweight and moving that weight, then Mike Tyson would have had a problem.
Okay.
But he has 12 rounds to keep Tyson away from him.
Yeah.
It's not enough rounds to keep him away from him. See, because Tyson was in mind, as soon Tyson would have went in to try to taste his punch, and as soon as Roy Jones would have cracked him with the best thing he had, and Tyson would have been like, that's it? Okay, now you got a problem. Now I'm going to be on you. And eat. How much you going to do? And it proved it. It proved it. Not trying to disrespect Roy Jones. It would have happened the same thing that happened Saturday night.
What's that?
Punch, grabbed him. Because if I let you work, I'm going to get hurt. Mm-hmm. And what he said? He said, oh, the man hits hard. And this is at 54. 54, 55. So imagine at 26, 25.
Right.
When that young man was, come on, bro. It's different. I remember telling my father I used to hate Tyson when he used to fight on TV.
Right.
I hate him, bro. And my father said, why? Because you want to go pee and we'll come back and the man is done. Don't hate him because of that. Don't get up. You know the fight about to stop. Stay right there, piss on yourself, do something. And I understood that. Right. But at one point I was mad at Tyson. I'm like, this man finishing all the fights early, but hey, they don't pay you for overtime, man.
But I was just thinking of that because everybody was, supporting Tyson and reminiscing about the power puncher that he was. But I'm like, yo, we can't forget about Roy. Roy was voted the fighter of the 90s, of the decade.
Of course, Roy.
You know what I'm saying? And would Tyson have the stamina to go the distance? Similar to what was it, Rumble in the Jungle?
Yeah, well, with
George Foreman and Ali.
But let's be for real. George Foreman's skillful fighter, but George Foreman loved the old man. God bless him. He's one of the few that's still alive from that era. Yeah, the golden era of boxing, where everybody fought each other.
Yes,
politics was out the window.
Right.
When a boxer tell another boxer, I don't think you got it in you to beat my ass. And we was going at it. Right. Nowadays, you tell a fighter, I don't think you got it in you to beat my ass. Him and the promoter get scared of you. That's where boxing is at right
Yes,
now.
Sir.
Boxing is where these guys don't want to fight nobody.
They don't want to fight.
You know what I'm saying? They don't want to fight nobody. You in the game that where you going to lose or win.
Right.
And those that win put that extra mile on the road, put that extra time in the gym.
Yes. Some
of them guys don't even party. You know why? Because they know they got to party in the ring with somebody else that's trying to knock them out. So boxing done took a turn where there's more athletic guys these days.
Yes.
There's more heavyweight guys that are athletic this day that Joe Foreman wanted to mess with.
Okay.
The same way Muhammad Ali, one of the greatest one, rest his soul. If Muhammad Ali was in this era, forget about it.
Yeah.
With those skills that he had back then, with that quickness, now he's not even a heavyweight.
Well,
he's like a cruiserweight, light heavyweight.
Yeah,
He'd have been beating everybody up. Why? Because the skills that he had, and that was at that time. Understand? So now with this time, with all these strength and condition, with all these other stuff, before boxing used to go run, come back. The trainer was a strength and condition, his therapist, everything. Right. The trainer was everybody. Right. Now you got a strength and condition, you got a nutritionist, which I respect because life, it it took a different sport, took a different toll.
Yeah, different advancements,
different
evolution.
advancement, everything. Even guys that used to ride cars, Formula One cars, they used to ride cars. Now, to stay in that seat for that long, they got to do certain workouts.
Right.
Run, stay still for certain, so they could go to the sports. So it's different, you know what I'm saying? But Roe Jones, man, back in the days, amazing, but Roe Jones came from 160 and up.
Right.
So he's don't carry that power at 200 and plus. Mike Tyson, I go as far as Mike Tyson this era. If he was young, Mike Tyson from back then,
Yes.
fighting this era, a couple of these heavyweights would have been scared as hell. Mm-hmm. They would have been like, no, I'm not fighting him. No, I don't want to fight him. I don't have to fight him. Because that's the new norm now. I don't got to fight him. What that's done for my career? There's nobody else that want to fight you. He wants to fight you.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to fight nobody these days.
Got you, man. I got you. Iron Mike. Salute to Iron Mike. Salute to Roy Jones. It was good to see Mike be happy at the end of the fight.
Mike happy because he's smoking weed, man.
Because he's smoking weed. But I feel like Mike is at a place where he has his affairs in order.
He's not in anger no more.
Right. Back in the day, he was making money on top of money, but he had all type of vultures in his camp. Don King. I don't know if you guys have seen the clip with him on the couch with Robin Givens, his wife, and they discussing how he possibly abused her, Robin Givens and Barbara Walters, and Mike is just standing there looking dazed. Like his life was in a crazy place, man.
I'm gonna tell you what happens in sports or in life. Sometimes you got a lot of. They call it day one. Listen, man. A lot of these guys that become rich in rap and athletics, anything, right? Mm-hmm. If you was there, for example, Will, I'm a trainer, right? Mm-hmm. And I tell you, Will, I think this is gonna pop off. All these things gonna happen, which I know is because we're working hard. And I tell you, Will, I need you to take care of this part for me.
Right.
Because I can't do it. Make sure if they want to interview, they want something, you get on top of that. Yo, wait a minute. What day? I don't know. I don't think you could do it that day. Stuff like that, right? But now I pop off.
Right.
Now I pop off. There go Jerry, Nathan, motherfuckers have never been around.
Right.
Now they got to come tell me that they could do a better job than Will.
Right.
It's for me to tell them, where was y'all around when I was nobody?
Right.
And Will was there and not even getting paid.
Right.
Now that money come,
all these strangers,
you want to come. But these punks allow these people to talk them in, and now Will's back to whatever he was doing.
Athletes, they don't know, Cheeks.
They don't got no loyalty. You know why they don't got no loyalty? Because they have no friends.
Right.
Because if they really have friends, they know loyalty and they know different from bullshit. Because I'm going to tell you something right now, my brother. Matter of fact, we in Will's basement doing this interview. Straight up, right? We doing this basement interview. It's only us here right now. The day he makes it big and he hits me up.
Hold on. I'm making it big for y'all making it.
No, you making it big too, brother. I always thought from the first time I saw your podcast, and I told C's, Will has skills. Skills, my brother. You do this the right way, the right questions. You do this.
Salute.
And I'm going to tell you something, my brother. Those that work hard, God don't forget about them, bro.
All right.
And the time when your time come, and wherever I'm at, brother, you say you Chico my interview, I'm in there. I'm in there. Because I remember when we was in the basement.
Straight up.
And nobody wanted to come around.
Straight up.
But now when Will's big, now everybody wants to come around.
Right.
Will, no, shut up. Get out of here.
Right. Dope, man. Appreciate that. And that's one thing I definitely seen from your camp. Like I said earlier, I knew Cesar. When I got to the gym, I saw y'all with a unit. And you spoke about it. Well, not in this podcast. We spoke about it. Some trainers, they see where Cesar's at, and they try to come pluck him from you guys, right? They be whispering in Cesar's ear like, yo, man, come on this side. Leave your uncle. Leave your cousin. And you got to check him like, yo, cause whether this boxing stuff is here or not, we all eating at the same table. We family, blood. You can't come in here and break this up.
You see, I had a guy tell me one day, yo, and if he hears this, he gonna know what I'm talking about. He came and said, yo, everybody knows it's bigger than boxing with y'all too.
For sure.
And I said, why you say that? He said, everybody, not just me. When y'all walk in with each other and everything, y'all can see the swagger y'all got. It's forget everybody here, it's me and you. That's against everybody.
Straight up.
So he said, I noticed that you sit down for his sparring and other people tell him something and you don't say nothing. You sit back.
Yeah.
And the coach is to turn around, coach, and you go ahead, tell him, I sit back here. Y'all making my job easy.
Right.
I don't got to say nothing. I sit back here, drink my water. I'm watching the sport. Y'all can take care of that. And they look at it like, and when I leave, like, yo, bro, you didn't get mad? Now you not mad? Because since nothing you could say to Cesar that he's going to go, yo, I'm going to go train with them. Cesar don't told everybody, if my cousin, my brother, my uncle not in my corner, I'm not fighting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So even his mom, like, yo, Chico, you're not going to, God forbid you break a leg or anything, you can't go to fight. He not fighting. Mm-hmm. He would have to call out that fight. Oh, until my cousin get better. So
since we here, we talk about sports, we talking about loyalty, especially with these young boxers. How would you advise they handle this? A young boxer, he's out there trying to make his way, and somebody comes in and promises them riches, promises them the spotlight. They don't know necessarily what to do, how to maneuver, what to sign, what not to sign. What advice would you offer to them?
Listen, man, go to the closest person that you believe in the most, that you trust the most, and sit down and plan out what you're gonna do.
Right.
Because, like I always said, 2 sets of eyes is good, but 4 are better.
Right.
6 is great.
Right.
10, you can't stop us. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you put 2 heads together, oh man, we could come up with a big plan. But we got 15 heads together. You can't penetrate this big plan.
Right.
So sometimes in this boxing, this sport is very dirty and grimy.
It's filthy, man. Yeah. Just from what I seen running with you guys, filthy.
It's filthy sport, and you seen, and we teach you because you family.
Straight up.
And we told you the ends and there, and it's a filthy sport because your own people that be saying what's up to you is the ones that be stabbing you from the back.
Yes, sir.
But like I said, man, you can stab me all you want. The only one I fear, man, is God, and the only one that can judge me is God.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? And I only fear 2 people other than God, my mother and my father. Why? Because I know I can't do nothing to them.
Yes.
If they pick up a knife and want to stab me, I gotta stay still.
I gotta take it.
I gotta take it. If they pick up a broomstick, I gotta take it. But if anybody else pick up a broomstick, you got a problem.
We get it rocking.
You know what I'm saying? So I say to these young guys, take your time, man. Have somebody that you trust. Sit down, look at these paperwork over, because someone will be taking your money. So at the end of the day, no one should get paid more than you, because without the boxers, there's no business. Without the fighters, there's no boxing. Mm-hmm. Forget about trainers, forget about promoters, forget about managers, forget about all of us. Without the fighters, I can't be a good trainer. Right. Oh, he's a great trainer. I'm a great trainer because the great fighters that make me great.
For sure.
You see, I hate when people, oh, he's a great trainer. What makes him a great trainer? Oh, because, no, what makes him a great trainer is that you're going away from it. What makes him a great trainer is that he has great fighters.
Yes.
And those great fighters put their life on the line in the ring to look good for you to come out on top as a great trainer.
Yes, sir.
So the boxers, without boxing, there's no sport. There's no money. There's no TV venues and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, I tell all these young guys, price yourself the right way.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you the one jumping in the ring.
For sure.
You the one that, if God forbid something happened to you, your family got to cry for. Mm-hmm. That manager, he go gets another fighter and continue his career.
That's it.
Because he don't got to jump in the ring. That promoter gets himself the next big thing and say, oh, I love it. But he continue his business.
For sure.
And your family lost you, and you was the mean of bringing something to eat.
Bringing in the bread, man. Yeah. Take care of the family, for sure.
So you got to manage yourself right, price yourself well, and don't jump at everything, because not everything that looks like glitter is good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Chico, I want to ask you about the other fight that took place that night.
Oh my God.
What's the brother's name? Jake Paul versus former New York Knicks slam dunk champion Nate Robinson.
All right, let's go first. Let's not jump in Nate Robinson and joke on him, because at the end of the day, I feel like Nate Robinson did what many of you guys out there that talking bad about him wouldn't do.
And what's that?
And some of them would be like, oh, because I'm smart. No, it's not because you're smart. He challenged himself. He went inside the square circle.
Straight up.
Not anybody jumps inside that square circle. That square circle is very dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
You could play basketball, you could play football, you could play tennis, you could even play blackjack.
We don't play box, yo.
We don't play boxing.
Chico, I heard them say that on the broadcast. You don't play boxing. You can play basketball, you can play football. You don't play boxing. And I learned that being in the gym with you guys. This ain't a game. We don't play about this.
You know why this is not a game? Because at the end of the day, Nate Robinson is an athlete. He was a great basketball player, legend, doing his thing.
College football player too,
College
Chico.
football player and a good one at that too.
Yep.
He could have went to the NFL. He could have done a lot of stuff. But I tell this to everybody. This is the only sport, right, that my father, Zab Judah, Pops, Joel Judah, a guy like Freddie Roach, a guy like Danny Garcia, Pops, Angel Garcia, a guy like Andre Ward, trainer, Virgil Hunter, a guy like Robert Garcia, his dad, get disrespected. Because these guys been around boxing all their life. If they get dressed up with the best suits in the world and come up with the best game plans for football or basketball, they still can't get a job.
Right.
You know why? Because that's not what they did.
Right.
What college did they play basketball? What college did they play football at? We cannot get dressed up in the best suits and go get a job. But this is the only sport a madman could come from on the side of the street, grab himself some mitts, and talk about he's a trainer. And we allow this to happen.
Right.
So you can't blame Nate Robinson for trying to challenge himself and go inside the ring. What you got to be mad is of the boxing community.
Okay.
And I say this very respectfully because I'm a boxing community myself.
For sure.
And I love boxing. And you know I love boxing.
For sure.
Will. And when I say this, I'm not mad at Nate.
Uh-huh.
I applaud Nate.
Any man will try to be out there, try to challenge himself. Not any man, like a very select few.
Yeah, I applaud him. You know why? Because I know guys that have been boxing for 6 years and know how to move and everything, and one day jump in the ring to even spar.
Right.
He jumped in the ring to fight a guy, challenge himself. Would I give him advice before this fight? I would have told him, nah, take the proper channel. Train right.
Right.
Train 6-7 months, maybe a year. Get the hard sparring. Let's start with this regular. Get better sparring, get better sparring, get better sparring. Start feeling these real punches, start feeling so you can know how to handle yourself.
So, Cheeks, it's actually hanging out with you guys in the gym that I understood when he walked into the ring with an opponent, Jake Paul. Jake Paul only has one professional fight. But being with you guys, I know that is a big difference. That one professional fight means he was training for months. He got sparring in. He knows what it is to walk into a ring with another man. He knows what it is to get hit from our opponent and still try to come through with a victory. That is a big difference. Even if you see somebody walking in the ring and they knock somebody in the first round, you don't know all the training, all the road work, all of the mitts that they did to get that first round knockout. And there's no way Nate could have had all that under his belt.
This is what I'm saying, right? Whoever was with Nate didn't give him the proper advice. I would have told Nate, you want to fight this guy. Let's do it the right way. Not right now. Let him fight somebody else. Let's get this training right. Let's get you a real trainer. Let's start doing this the right way. And Nate probably would have asked me why. And then I would have shown the videos. I was showing the videos of Jake Paul getting beat up when he first started boxing. It's not a guy that been boxing for almost 12 months. The guy been fighting for boxing for 3 years now.
Jake Paul?
Yeah, he been training. Mm-hmm. So at first you always get beat up, but then those people that beat you up all the time, once you start getting better, Now you start defending yourself better.
So let's see. So Cheeks, you the trainer. I'm Nate Robinson. Yo, I want to fight this dude, son. He got 30 million followers. We get this back. Yo, I ain't no punk, son. I'm gonna fight this dude.
No, I can't do it. As a trainer, I can't train you. I won't put myself there, and I won't put your life in a line. Things can happen, bro.
As we saw.
That punch could have been very bad.
Big time, I know.
And then who looks bad? Boxing looks bad.
Right.
Because we allow these things to happen.
Mm-hmm.
He's a YouTuber, but that YouTuber knows how to fight.
3 years, you said.
This NBA player knows how to shoot a basket. I can't go to the NBA with all the money in the world and say, Will used to play basketball back in the days. I still think Will got 10 points in him. I'm going to give y'all $20 million to put him in the Nets game, dress him up, and let him play. Mm-hmm. The owner of the Nets going to look at me and go, I don't care who you are.
Right.
I don't care how much money you have. I'm not doing that.
Right.
Because we're not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So what allows anybody to let him come into this world of boxing where guys been boxing since 8 years old?
For sure.
They go to 100 and something amateur fights.
Yeah.
Then they turn pro.
Right.
You know how much swimming that guy did before he turned pro?
Right.
He did enough swimming with sharks and everything.
For sure.
So when he goes pro, a little punch, they know how to handle it because they've been doing that all their life. Nate Robinson probably got a couple of fights in the street, and let's be for real, he lost them.
So not only just boxing trainers, the commission. Why did he probably shouldn't even have got a license?
Because something messed up sports. It messes up everything. Money.
I'm with you.
Money is a thing that if we could make $20 million, someone could get bought up.
Yeah.
If I make $20 million, I'll give you $1 million to let them fight. It's going to happen.
Yes, sir.
So it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it
It's
happened,
right.
but money talks.
Yeah.
Everything else walks.
Got you.
But it's wrong, man.
Yeah.
It's very wrong to let, and then people want to go talk back. They even made a weed pack with him on the floor talking about this is the KO Nate. I'm like, what? And then now they got the NBA new logo.
Yeah.
He laying down. Come on, bro. Let's be
vicious
for real. And those same people that did that
would never dare.
I put my 2 hands on fire right now. Jump in the ring. They won't dare.
They won't do it.
And the first thing they tell you, I'm smart. I know I can't fight. No, so why the hell are you laughing for?
Yeah.
Can you take the challenge? No. So don't laugh.
Right.
If you're not ready to take the challenge, don't laugh.
Right.
That's no laughing matter, man. That man could have got hurt, man.
Big time.
And we love Nate for what he did in basketball and stuff like that. He should stay in his lane, man.
Yeah.
Now, Jake Paul, I'm not saying he's the best fighter in the world. I'm not saying that he could, but the man can fight. He's taking this serious.
Taking it serious.
He's in the gym.
Yeah.
Nate Robinson right now lose this fight, and he's not going back to no more gym. Because in his mind, this is done. You know what I'm saying?
How much did you know about Jake Paul prior to him boxing?
Because I didn't know nothing about these guys, man.
Yo, Chico, let me tell you, man.
I don't watch TV, man.
Yo, it was about 4, 5, 6 years ago. My nieces used to watch him on YouTube. Like, he used to do stupid stuff like light his pool on fire. Like, he was some clean-cut Mickey Mouse Clubhouse type of kid. And then he got older. Next thing you know, he had a rap song with Gucci Mane. And then you seen the tattoos, and now he's a boxer. But he's taking that popularity and transferring it to sports. But it seems like he's respecting the craft also.
Yeah, he's respecting it because he's going to the gym.
So he might be around for a while. In fact, I think it came out today that he announced a fight with Conor McGregor.
Yeah, he calling him out, and he said that and he got the money behind him, and he gonna make, and it's gonna make a lot of money because it's Conor McGregor. But social media is a beautiful thing these days, man.
Uh-huh.
I know a guy right now that don't got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out. But social media got him looking like he's the man.
For sure.
Because they live off that.
Right.
I remember a few years back, the worst thing a woman could have done was to be a stripper.
Right.
Or to be a bother girl. Or to even show some ass. Nowadays, you go in, you don't even got to watch porn no more. You just got to go to Instagram.
You crazy, brother.
You just got to go to Instagram. But the new norm allows these things to happen.
Right.
Social media don't won over people's life. I went to what you call that? dinner the last time, and we there to chill.
Yeah.
They invited me. I was one of the persons to be invited to come chill. And when we get to dinner, the first 5 minutes, everything was cool. The next 20 minutes, everybody in their phone. And I'm like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
And the guy said, well, I said, yeah, bro, this is a nut. If we gonna be on here chilling and talking, why we not talking to each other?
Right.
I said, right now, there's a couple of people in this table that will lose $1 million. If someone come and say, put down your phone, leave it right in front of you, for an hour for $1 million, we all losing.
They couldn't do it.
We all lose. People don't even look at TV no more.
Man.
Everybody in their phone nowadays.
That's it. Cheeks, let me ask you, Mike Tyson seems to be promoting a whole Legends League. What other boxers out there from yesteryear would you like to see climb in the ring? Who else is out there outside of Roy Jones and Mike Tyson?
Holyfield just called out Tyson. That's what I heard, right? I'm a Holyfield fan.
Yo, bro, you guys used to fight on a Holyfield card a couple years ago. I actually got I had the pleasure of meeting the former heavyweight champion in the world. Yo, bro, he shouldn't be getting anybody's ring.
I'm glad you said that. I was a fan, and that's my favorite fighter. But I'm glad you said that. I would tell him in his face. You look in shape, man, but them legs and that mind don't go together.
Nah.
And that's for the years of war that he had.
War.
The only boxer, other than all them guys, that don't look like he fought a day in his life, his name is Joe Foreman.
Yeah.
If you go look at interviews of Joe Foreman, he doing commercials and everything.
Right.
You know why? Because he's clean.
Yeah.
He's not dumb. He's not taking no hits from nobody.
Right.
He relaxed. He came back when he had to come back. He left when he needed to leave. Right? Sometimes people forget that sometimes you got to hang up something.
Yeah.
It might hurt, but you got to do it.
Sugar Ray, how did he sound on the broadcast? He sounded like he was slowing down a little bit too.
Sugar Ray is good.
Yeah.
I don't think he. Another thing.
He's too old to get back in the ring though.
Sugar Ray.
Yeah, Sugar Ray.
Edmund Ernst that I met in Detroit. Loved the guy. Got into an argument with some Detroit guys, and he jumped up and said, "Don't mess with them Brooklyn guys. You know they tough." I said, "Thank you, champ. Love the champ for that." We was in Detroit in a fight, but then them he didn't know that the guys from Detroit I met them to go in there for a couple of fights. So they was messing with me. Get out of here. Start talking to the referee and talking smack. So I turned around, man, shut up. And they just won't say it. But he didn't know that they was cool with me. So he like, yo, relax, man. Him, all them guys. And you talk to Duran. Duran don't look like he took a day in his life. He took a hit.
Roberto Duran.
Oh man, talks like nothing, because these guys, they take care of themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Thanks God, he had COVID. Him and his wife, they beat it. Came out the hospital in Panama very well. He's good. Thanks God for that.
That's good. Who else we got? What about B-Hop? You see him back in the ring? Well, B-Hop just retired a few years ago.
B-Hop smart, man.
B-Hop, Sugar Shane. What's the dude that was in the Rocky Tarver?
Tarver, smart, man. They staying away, man.
Come on.
For what? They're making money. Yeah. What money they could want taking punishment when they took punishment for 16, 20 years?
Tyson, they said, might have made $10 million that night. I think Roy made 3 to 5.
That's not bad.
Right.
Think about it. I go back home. I don't owe IRS. I don't owe nobody. I'm good.
All right.
But, everybody loves Tyson. Tyson's one of those guys that could be the bad guy and everybody loves him.
Right.
Because of his story and what he stands for. And he's a humble guy and he's a good guy.
Right.
I love that Tyson is smoking weed, man. You know why? Because I feel like Tyson is more calm now. I feel like Tyson has found peace with himself.
For sure.
No more demons chasing him.
Mm-hmm.
He's got his family. He's happy. It's in a happy place.
People don't know that's the real wealth, man.
That's the real wealth, man.
Identifying your mission, knowing your purpose and fulfilling it.
That's it, man. Every day I wake up and I pray. I thank God for just allowing me to I always got this saying. It sounds funny, but one of my fighters asked me, "Where you say that?" I said, "You know how many people don't got hands, but they still go through life."
Yeah.
So I say it saying. I said, "I thank God that I could walk up and crash my own ass."
Straight up.
And the guy go, I said, "You know how you wake up and your ass itch and you don't got no ass? You gotta be thankful for everything you got."
I tell you, Cheek, you crazy, man. Cheek. I want to look forward to Saturday though. Errol Spence
And Danny Garcia.
versus Danny Garcia, man. What you got on that one?
Very good fight. A lot of people think Errol Spence not the same no more because of the accident that he had, which was a bad accident.
In fact, Errol Spence's last fight, I actually watched it with Rain Man. That was last September. And then the very next month, he got into a horrific car accident. So this is his first bout back. Cheeks, who's the favorite? Who's, as they say in the boxing world, who's the A side?
The A side is Errol Spence because he's the beast at 147.
Spence is the A side, even though he's coming back from this car accident. Is this a tune-up fight or is this a real?
No, it's a real fight because Danny Garcia is a real fighter.
Okay.
Danny Garcia ain't coming to lay down for nobody. Him and his dad, they put pressure on each other. And they come and they execute. No matter if he loses or win, they always come and execute.
Okay.
And you can never count out Danny Garcia. Great fighter, and you know where they come from.
Right.
Philly, baby. All them guys can fight. All them guys in Philly can fight.
Yeah.
I'm from New York. Them boys could fight.
Right.
And when you got a good fighter from Philly, 100 out of 100 times they could fight.
Yeah.
So Danny Garcia, we all seen him in good fights, and we seen that he could fight.
Yes.
Now Errol Spence, I've been fought since that last horrific, but he didn't break no bones.
Wow.
He didn't do nothing. He got in the back. Thanks God, he got a second chance of life.
Right.
Because that car crash could have took anybody's life. Could have took his life. Maybe he got a different aspect of life now. You know what I'm saying? Like any other young guy.
Yeah.
Before we met Errol Spence like that, before he was in limelight or big like that, he was one of those guys that was quiet. We never seen him maneuver a different way. Oh, that guy looks quiet and stuff. But then you making money, you gotta have fun too.
Right.
You jump in the ring and take chances. Who am I to tell that man not to have fun with his money?
Right.
Like everybody always saying, "Oh, Mayweather's, he's a cocky, or he's this, he's that." My man, did you jump in that ring and got him rich? No, he did.
Right. Fight another man for your lunch every day. That's something different.
So out of okay, me or you and anybody could tell me whether you just too arrogant, you do this. No, man. My brother, if you want to be arrogant, you the one that jumped in. You the one that put the mouse in the road running. You the one. Errol Spence, man, I just feel like
he should pull it out though.
It's a tough fight, man.
Right.
Because we don't know what we're gonna get. Is he the same person?
Right.
Is he could move the same way? Is he gonna be the same fighter? That's the problem. We don't know that. But Saturday night we're gonna get the answers.
We're gonna see. Cheeks, let me ask you, because I don't know, man. I only know the guys that talk the most smack, you know what I'm saying? Outside of Mayweather, I don't really pay attention like that until you tell me which guys to really watch. Who's the best fighter in the world? Pound for pound.
Right now?
Yeah.
His name is Terence Crawford.
That's the one.
Oh, man. Mean. Omaha, Nebraska. Mean as hell. Hell of a good fighter.
What weight class is that?
147. He was the unified champion at 140 at all the belts. They still don't want to give him his respect, but he's pound for pound the number one king.
Yeah, he fought recently, right?
Oh, man, amazing. The guy's amazing, man. The guy's a mean fighter. The best finisher in boxing. If he got you hurt and he smelled blood, you are done.
Wow.
I think the second one, to me, and could be fighting with Terence Crawford, but we're going to leave Terence Crawford alone in number one.
Okay.
Number two is Canelo.
Canelo Alvarez from Mexico.
Oh, man, amazing fighter. Guy got skills. I think the best thing that ever happened to him was losing Mayweather.
Yeah.
Because he went in the bag of tricks and came out with,
you got to get better after you fight.
You got to get better.
Yeah.
And you didn't lose to anybody.
Right.
You lost to the best of that era. Mayweather, let's be for real, the best, bro. And he don't show these young kids how to get rich and everything in boxing.
Yeah.
So, third, Teofimo Lopez.
Okay.
To me, Teofimo, because he beat the guy that everybody called the Matrix. and everything. Honduras, stand up. You got a good champion in your hand. The kid is good. Him and his father. People say they talk too much smack, but they back it up.
Got you. So we got number 1, Terrence Crawford. Number 2, Canelo Alvarez. Number 3 in the world, Timothy Lopez.
Teofimo Lopez.
Okay.
And then, when you top 5, they got a number 4. I can't pronounce his name good. They call him the monster, Iniwao from China.
Wow.
Oh, my man. 118, 120. Amazing. You got to see this guy. A beast. I wish he was a heavier weight, but man, it's great. Just came to America and destroyed somebody. Guy's amazing. And then number 5. This is a hard one. It's a hard one. I would give it to one of the Charlos, man. Matter of fact, the number 5, the 2 Charlo brothers. Why? Because every time people put them down and think them guys ain't going to come up on top, they keep moving everybody around.
Charlo, that's the first name?
It's Jamal Charlo and Jamal Charlo.
Got you.
So number 5 will be the 2 brothers.
Two brothers. Chico, let me ask you this, man. Looking forward to 2021. Forget all the politics. I know, boxing is nasty. This fighter from this promotion doesn't want to fight this fighter from that promotion. But putting all that aside, if you could put together the ideal fight, or what would you want to see from 2021? What's the best fight that boxing could put together right now?
Spence, if he passes Danny Garcia.
Errol Spence Jr.
Errol Spence Jr., if he passes Danny Garcia. Terrence Crawford. So we can know who the big dog at 147.
Gotcha.
And then 160, we got to see Jamal Charlo against Canelo Alvarez.
All right, that's the 2
But
boxers.
Canelo moving up. Canelo's fighting at 68.
Gotcha.
So if not Canelo against him, Canelo against Benavidez or Caleb Plant.
Is it possible if Errol Spence gets past Danny Garcia that we may see him in the ring versus Crawford?
You know why? Because of all this pandemic and all this thing that happened, and now all these promoters and all these people got to work together.
Yeah.
Why? Because if you want to keep the sport alive, you know why MMA makes so much money?
Their fighters really get after each other.
No, because there's only one person.
Yeah, Dana White.
That's it.
Yeah.
So it's a monopoly.
They can't run and hide. They can't duck and dodge.
When he says you fighting him,
that's it.
And he promotes the fight sells.
That's it.
And they don't make enough money.
What about at the heavyweight division? What can we see? Is it Joshua?
Oh man, Joshua and Tyson Fury.
That's it.
That's it. That's definitely.
That's the one we want to see.
That's definitely coming. Is this guy could put past Pulev? What's his name? Joshua. He still got a fight coming. But 2021 is going to be the year of revelations of a lot of fighters. Okay. Because there's a lot of fighters out the door. Pacquiao. And the fight that you might see before Spence Crawford, it's going to be Pacquiao Crawford.
Terrence Crawford versus Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, because that's going to come. Right now, Terrence Crawford is allegedly, but it's all over the news and YouTube and stuff. Bob Arum feels that there's not enough money to he don't want to waste money on Crawford because this and this and that. And he don't think Crawford is worth it and stuff like that.
Hold on. The promoter, Bob Arum, does not want to spend money on his fighter?
Yeah, because he feel like Crawford is not worth it and stuff like that. But
worth it why? Because he's not a draw for casual boxing fans?
Yeah, he's not a draw, but the other guy that he has, Lomachenko, he's willing to put money behind this guy and talk. And this guy just lost, Teofimo Lopez. And then you got Terrence Crawford that haven't lost to nobody. Even the fights that people say, oh, Crawford's going to have a problem. He has a problem a few 2 rounds, and after that he figures him out and takes him out. So Crawford don't need nobody.
Need nobody as far as what?
A promoter or anything.
Of course they do, Chico. Of course they do, Chico.
He doesn't need a promoter now.
Chico, to boxing purists like you're going to always watch. But these guys got to pull in the casual fans like me.
He doesn't need a promoter. He doesn't need a promoter now. You know why?
Why?
Because the promoter already did the job for him. And he did the job for himself. Which became 4-time world champion at 140. He had all the belts. He became champion at 147. Now, he been doing this on his own with other promoters. But now if he leaves the promoter, now I'm a free agent. Now if a promoter like people like that guy Earl Spence, like R. Heyman, comes to him now, personally, don't gotta go to the promoter. With a promoter, there's too much politics.
Right.
And the promoter wants to always come up on top. If the fighter's only gonna get $50 million, how much the promoter gonna make? Not that much. Promoter wants to make a pretty penny.
Right.
Promoter gonna always say, "Oh, I think that fight is worth $25 million," right? Because he wants his PC too. He's gonna take his PC off the fight.
Right.
But now there's no promoter involved, and I'm R. Heyman, and I come to Crawford. I say, "Yo, let's make that fight pay-per-view with you and what you call that, Spence." There go my question. It's my own, as me, Kevin Crawford, a free agent. How much this involved in the fight? And he goes, just for saying, for quote, $30 million. Word? I want 20 of that. Since he's your fighter, you gonna find him some money regardless of what. But I want to guarantee my 20 off the bat because I don't belong to you or nobody.
Right.
So now that 20 comes directly to moi. I pay my team and moi goes home with his money.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So now he doesn't need a promoter. So Bob Aron's shooting his own self in the leg.
Bob not mess with Crawford.
Yeah, talking about the man not. You kidding me? This is the best fighter in the world right now. You got Mayweather saying he's the best fighter in the world. You got even Canelo saying, "Ooh, that guy's bad." That guy's bad.
Gotcha. Told you that game is filthy.
No, this game of boxing, man.
Filthy. Chico, what's next for your boxer, Cesar Rayman Francis?
We on December 19th, South Carolina. We got a good opponent. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we train for every opponent the same way.
Yo, is Cesar ready or what?
Oh, come on. We always ready. We don't get ready. We stay ready.
Stay ready, man.
Because if you got to get ready, then you're not doing something right.
Word.
We stay. Anybody that sees us out there, that been sparring us, that know us, they could never say, these guys are slacking. No, not with us.
Straight up. Salute to Cesar Rayman Francis. Just had a baby. I know he experiencing a different type of hunger seeing his child come into this world.
You know, that gives you a different type of aspect in life now. I told him it's not about you no more, baby.
What's up?
It's about your kids. You know what I'm saying? He said, damn, I never knew it was going to be, I knew it was going to be like this because I had, what you call that, learning from you, my mom, and everybody. I said, yeah, I feel you. But now, you know, you experience it. That kid, every time he looks at you, you look at him with a look like you don't got to worry about nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The same way with my kids. I got kids that look at me, and when they look at me a certain way, I'm already know that everything I do is for them.
Yes.
A guy told me, damn, your kids stay fly. And you look, your chicks, you look like nothing. I said, thank you, brother. So you see my reflection.
Yes,
he said, what you mean? I say, they my mirror.
Yeah.
Don't look at Papa. Papa washed up.
Right.
Papa only working for them. Because if Papa wanted to be flying up, I would have never had no kids.
Right.
I wouldn't have a family. So I sacrifice everything for my family. Forget about me. That's the same way he has to be now. Now he used to run an hour. The hour became an hour and a half now. Why? Because now it's tunnel vision. I got to go get this for my son, my family. And this is the way he's doing it. You know, God bless. At the end of the day, it's a blessing to get up and do what we love to do.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
Amen. Shout out to Cesar Rainman. If you don't already do so, please follow him on Instagram. I think it's IB_Rainman. Cheeks, man, give some shout outs so we can get out of here.
Man, I want to give a shout out to T2T Boxing Gym. I want to give a shout out to Jerry the trainer, IB Rainman, you know, the Guzman Academy, myself, and my people, Queens Vibe 718, and my, you know, we out here, man.
Give a shout out to the family so you can go home.
You know, my father, you know, birthday tomorrow, 66. You know, I'm going to go mess with him tomorrow, joke on his ass and everything. He's getting old. But, you know, I love him to death. Shout out to my pops and shout out to my family, my kids, my wife. Everybody, man, thank you, Will, for having me in your show, bro. Like I said, man, you're the class one, bro. Brooklyn don't know what they have yet. I'm telling you.
I appreciate you, man. For my man Chico and William Holly, we out.